Hi, this is Dan Encell with Berkshire Hathaway. Today is Monday, May 1st. Talk about what's going on both nationwide and locally in real estate. Nationwide, the country and the national real estate market are doing very, very well. March saw the busiest month in the last 10 years in home sales there, up 4.4% compared to February, and surpassed January of 2017, which had been the busiest month in the past 10 years. So it hasn't been since February of 2017 that we've seen this much activity in a month. So again, the country's doing very well. The western region of the United States not doing as well as the rest of the country. Sales activity in March was down 1.6% compared to February, but median price in the West is up about 8% compared to a year ago. So doing good on prices, and like most of the country, it seems to be the inventory shortage that's dictating the lack of sales activity. So even with the shortage of inventory, we're still seeing record numbers. So strong market out there, good consumer confidence. Interest rates up slightly. First time in the last 5 weeks that they're back above 4%, so seeing a slight uptick in that, probably because of the strong buyer demand out there. Inventory levels up a bit in March, up about 6%, but also still compared to February, but down about 6% still compared to March of a year ago. So again, nationwide looked very healthy out there. If there was more inventory, I think sales would be even higher. Buyers are scrambling for the little inventory there is, and the average time on the market seems to be continuing to decline. So properties are selling fairly rapidly. So what's happening nationwide? What's happening locally here? So locally, we're in a much more neutral market. We're not feeling the strong market that the rest of the country is. We're not seeing the inventory shortages, nor are we seeing the strong demand. So ours is a much more neutral market. So for the South Coast in April, new listings, 222, very consistent, slightly lower than what we've been seeing for April for the past several years. So a slight decline in inventory, not that much. Numbers sold, 163, very consistent with what we've been seeing the past several years for in April. Number of pending sales, 188, again, right in there, very, very consistent with what we've been seeing. So market there seems to be pretty neutral. Again, slight decrease in inventory levels in the Santa Barbara South Coast area there as a whole. Montecito, what's going on there? For April, 38 new listings, almost identical with what we've had in April for the past couple of years. So very, very consistent. The numbers sold, also consistent. 24 closed sales, right on, spot on with what we've been having the past several years for April. Pending sales, up a bit. 34 properties in escrow and pending right now. So that's up. That's the highest we've seen since April 2012 for an April for pending sales. So it seems like there's good activity in the pipeline there. Not surprising, since we had a large increase in inventory in the early part of this year. So buyers have had a pretty good selection. We're starting to see some absorption of that right now. So I think we're still going strong going into the second quarter of this year. And weather's been great, so it looks pretty promising for a strong spring market. That's where we're at.